So here we go, y'all. Hold up, can y'all hear me? Freaking Bluetooth. That stuff be on way too much, and I don't be using it. So my battery almost dead now. So anyways, I want to talk about some more complaints. I don't know what I be doing with my YouTube channel, but I be just trying to give out real information. I be finding it where I be going through these streaks where I be complaining about just about a bunch of stuff and that don't really be on the agenda. But anywho, so attention seekers are pathetic. That's my stuff. I be sitting up thinking about why do I hate people, and I'm like, if I could squeeze it into one video, that'd probably be best. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this right now because this is real stuff. You know the thing about people attention. You know the thing about people seeking attention and why it's pathetic is because we know the truth. We know everybody needs attention. Some people have bigger tanks than others. Like me, I don't have a big tank. I don't need a lot of attention, but I'm human, so I need attention. You get what I'm saying, right? But we also know that nobody in this world owes you anything at all. Nobody has to look at you, talk to you, nothing, give you nothing. Nobody even have to acknowledge your existence. Nobody even has to even acknowledge that you're human. And we know these things, especially as adults. So the attention seeking that I hear other people complain about is usually on social media. I got YouTube, I got an email. I don't have the popular sites. I don't have a Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So the things that I be complaining about in my videos, I be talking about real life, right? So when folks be going out their way to get somebody else's attention, the reason why it's pathetic is because we know that nobody owes nobody nothing. The other reason why it's pathetic because it's usually somebody who wants attention. They want the attention of somebody who's not giving out their attention to them or anybody else. So the more pathetic part is the power game that they play. When people see that you don't want to talk to them or that you don't want to talk to nobody else, they try to force you to talk to them or try to force you to look at them. When you just want to mind your own business or maybe you just want to focus on other things, they try to force you into this so they can have power over you. Yeah, making you look at them. But the fact that you live in a life, all the people in the world, you live in a life where you got to go out here and try to force somebody else to look at you when there's so many people out here who's willing to give you attention. That's pathetic. I was walking down the street just when I went to go get these noodles. I'm eating me some noodles right now. Yeah, I'm eating some noodles right now. So that's why I'm sweating. Need some hot noodles, and I put some more salt in it. And I got some sour cream and onion. What you can call it? So I'm walking down the street. There's this chick standing on the sidewalk in front of the smoke shop. But the way the smoke shop is slanted this way. So you have the sidewalk, then you have all this extra room after the sidewalk, then you have the smoke shop door. So really, there's a little hangout spot right in front of the smoke shop. And then the sidewalk is it's just a regular sidewalk, but they have one of those bigger street light poles on it. So there's this chick. I'm walking down the street, and there's this chick. She's hanging out on the pole, the big old street light pole on the sidewalk, and she has all this room. So that means she's taking up like the whole sidewalk. So I had stepped over this little wall, which she could be sitting on. She could be sitting on that wall chilling. I stepped over that, and then I have a habit of trying to say things under my breath, and I never really do. Yeah, so I walked past. I'm like, that's so pathetic that you got to stand on the sidewalk for random strangers' attention. And I said that, and then I know she heard me, and I looked back, and she wasn't there no more. And I'm like, see, I ain't even mean to do that, but that was real. And you go through situations like this with people all the time who are desperate for attention. You being desperate for attention is pathetic. Because the reason why it's understandable because we all need attention. But if you so desperate for attention that you going out your way to get some stranger that you never seen before to acknowledge you, if you saying and doing things, another example, whenever you walking, right? Whenever you pulling your pedestrian stuff and you walking, what's up with cars? If the closest, even they have a red light or a stop sign, you could be in the middle of the intersection, but they always want to pull up closer and closer and closer to you because you're focused on where you going or you don't want to look at them. What I need to look at you for? You really gonna hit me? Then hit me. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a red light. I'm in the middle of the intersection. Stop acting like you need some attention from a stranger like that. The way people be needing attention is so pathetic, and that's one of the reasons why I hate people, right? Another thing is that some people, they go about getting other people's attention in a bad way. Like some people, instead of coming at you calm or cool and talking to you, some people, they like to say little, it's called microaggressions. Some people like to do these little slick, subtle, disrespectful things. Yeah, and then if you pick up on it, they know full well that you react to it. And then when you react to it, they react to it. For example, I had to tell some short, old, fat chick to back up off of me at the store, and she ain't move at all. And she got the nerve to say something to me. I'm like, look, you go ahead before something happens. She's like, what's going to happen? You get arrested? I'm like, nah, I don't need to tell you 2 or 3 times to back up off me in my personal space. You think that I'm going to sit up here and tell you 3 or 4 times to back up off of me? Nah. Now, like, you think you get away with it because you short, you fat, you old, and you're ugly. Right? You short, you fat, you old, and you're ugly. So you figure you could violate my space and there'll be no consequences. And I told them, like, if somebody's violating your space and you turn around and tell them to back up off of you and they don't go nowhere and they get lippy with you, that's exactly how something happens. I don't remember. I'm not where she's from. I don't remember living back in Minnesota having a problem with people. I don't remember if I told some people in Minnesota to back up off me if I had a problem. Since I've been in Vegas, every single time I tell somebody to back up off of me, they usually back up and then talk some stuff. Fine. I know how ego works. Somebody says some people ego makes you feel that you need to reply to things. That's why I be trying to deny myself with people in their negative ways for attention, right? But for somebody to be up in your space and you tell them to back up and they don't move at all and then start getting lippy with you, I almost stole on a chick. I don't remember having to go through that much when I was in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like if I have a problem with you in my space and I tell you to back up, right? All right, cool. Now that situation, not only is that personally pissing me off, I mean, it had me pissed off yesterday when it happened, right? But that's another way people are so desperate for strangers' attention that you violate somebody's space. I get my space violated all the time, almost everywhere I go, because people are that desperate for attention. And then folks are like, what's wrong with him? I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're pathetic. I don't even know you. You're a stranger and you all up on me in the line. You're a stranger, and instead of being cool with me, you rather say something crooked or sideways to get my attention. You're a stranger. I'm walking on a crosswalk to cross the street, and you're in your car, and it's a stop sign for you, or it's a stoplight for you, and you pulling up on a crosswalk just to get me to look at you. You need attention from a stranger that bad? You're pathetic. I'm telling you, you people who be out here, and lots of people do it, y'all need attention from strangers that bad. That is pathetic. I don't care no more. Look, I'm not who I used to be when I was younger. Yo, when I was younger, I guess I was more naive. I mean, I guess I had a purer heart. I know for a fact that I was more naive. I was definitely more naive. But nowadays, I just really don't care no more. Because like I said, when I had dropped that video just yesterday or the day before, I had dropped a video talking about how folks need to get up on their stuff. You got to force yourself to do things and not do other things, right? Yeah, these noodles got me sweating. Whew. I wouldn't have it any other way. But anywho's, man. So back to what I was saying. So when I see people be doing things like this, I just like, I don't even care the reason no more. When I was younger, I guess I was more pure-hearted, or I guess I just cared more, but I don't care the reason no more. A lot of things that people be doing and saying, I don't care the reason no more. I used to. I don't care. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care what the psychological or sociological component is for a person to behave. I don't care no more. I just don't like you people. I hate y'all. I keep saying I hate y'all, but I'm like, shoot, maybe I'm lying to myself. Because I keep going back and forth between hating y'all and not liking y'all. But I know I just don't want to live a life where I got hate in my heart like that. Not a lot of it. Yeah. Heck yeah. And then on top of other people violating your space, some people actually brush you. When I be walking on the sidewalk, I be minding my business, looking for it, looking at the ground, because that's how you find stuff. I be finding stuff. I remember one time I found $180 in a crosswalk. It was on Tropicana and what's that street? Tropicana, Spencer. I forgot. How can I forget that street? I drove up and down that street almost every day. It's that area, whatever. If you live in Vegas, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then whatever. Just know that there was enough people crossing the street, right? And there was just $100, $180. I don't know. Maybe it was more, but I know I picked up 180 and it was 20s. And I just watched like 3, 4. I just watched like, hold up. It's like one person, a group of people, and then another strangler. And then, another scraggler, because you know how people crossing the crosswalk like this, right? So they going this way, I'm coming this way, and then there's cars right here waiting at the stop sign. I just looked down because I was looking down as I was walking, right? And I was looking down, I saw a 20. I'm like, what? And then I looked, I'm like, oh, is that theirs? And I'm like, no, it's not theirs, because if it was theirs, they'd have saw it. So the truth is that I had went in the crosswalk, right? And I had found the first 20, and then I was coming this way, off the street this way, off the sidewalk this way. I had turned around and went back. I had walked past the other $160. But these people who was walking towards me, they just walked around. They just finished walking past the $160. I said, hold on, let me check and see if there's some more money over here. I went back on the sidewalk, kind of like off on the sidewalk into this little rock area that's on the side of the sidewalk. Start finding 20s. And I'm like, shoot, that's how you find things. A lot of tools that I needed when I was younger, when I had bikes, I was working on bikes. A lot of tools that I had when I was younger, I found them on the street. I be looking at the ground when I walk, and plus that keep you from falling too. Every time I get in the habit of not looking at the ground, that's when I hit that piece of that sidewalk that jam your toe and almost have you falling on your stuff. So I look at the ground when I walk, or I look ahead. I don't need to be looking at people when I walk. For what? I don't need your attention. You need my attention? I don't know you. You're a stranger. Use your words. And that's the problem. Like, folks do everything to get attention except for use their words. And then, you know what? That's not even true. I think I just lied. It's just that when people do use their words, they be asking you some bull stuff. You ever had somebody ask you a question that doesn't require a real answer? Or they ask you a question, right, that's easily answered. What's the people be asking you yes or no questions, and then I'm like, what? You just expect to ask me a question? I'm supposed to just take off with a conversation? Don't ever forget that you're the one who walked over and talked to me. Don't waste my time because I wouldn't do that to you. And that's why I be thinking when people be in my face asking me stupid stuff or saying things, I'm like, what the frick that got to do with anything? People be having me tripping out of my brain, and then you know me. I actually do speak to things in my brain, so that's why we have issues with people. But you people who need too much attention are pathetic. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm supposed to be making 2022 a year of blessings, so I'm not supposed to be complaining too much. But I just really be thinking. I've been thinking this for a while. This is the first time I actually let this loose like that. But I've been knew this. You people. And then another thing is, folks who are scared to be alone. You're pathetic. You are. I'm just being real with you, and I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad about yourself, because it doesn't matter. Only thing you can feel is worse. If you out here desperate for strangers' attention, you already ain't in a good spot. So don't sit up here and act like me. Don't sit up here and try to act like I'm making you feel sometimes. I'm not. Because I noticed that about people. When you speak the truth to people, they always trying to blame you for their feelings. Like, nah, don't sit up here and pull that with me. You out here desperate for the attentions of strangers. You need strangers' attention so bad that you go out your own way to get somebody to look at you or to talk to you instead of just going about your business. That's how desperate you are. You so desperate for attention. And like I said, the cold part is we know don't nobody owe nobody nothing in this world. And plus, there's plenty of people in the world who like to give out their attention. Folks always want the attention of the person who wants to just mind their business. The fact that y'all be inconveniencing me because I like to mind my business, I find you pathetic and I find you beneath me. And folks, if people watch this video, then like, you know what, that dude Ocean, I don't like him. All right, cool. I can respect that. If you being real with that, I can respect that because everything that I say in my videos, I'm being real with. Y'all pathetic. And then folks are so scared of being alone. I understand that. And the reason why I talk about things because I've been through these things. I've been through where I need attention. Yeah, needing attention and have you in situations you don't need to be in. It'll have you hanging around people who's not your friends. It'll have you trying to love somebody who's not for your love. But here we are. A bunch of people out in public needing strangers' attention. That stuff is pathetic. Yeah, folks are so scared of being alone. Because you know, if you're scared of being alone, that means you're just by yourself, which means you're scared of yourself. It's unfair. It's unrealistic. It's unfair and it's unrealistic to ask somebody to do for you what you can't do for yourself, especially things like that. If you don't even like to be by yourself, it's just really unfair for you to expect to have friends or to have other people be around you. Why are they supposed to do for you what you can't do for yourself? What kind of thought process is that? Yeah. You living a life where you so desperate for attention that you out here just going out your way inconveniencing people. Yeah, having issues with people. If you had just shut up, you could have just went on about your day. The other person could have went about their day, but because you wanted to be extra and get some attention, now there's an issue, and you don't care because you're so pathetic in your life that any attention is better than bad. I mean, bad attention is better than no attention. Pathetic. That is pathetic. If you share that thought process, I want to let you know that you're pathetic, and there's a way to get over this. The same way that you go out there and you be looking for strangers' attention, the same way that you don't like being alone by yourself, what you need to do is the exact opposite. You need to keep yourself to yourself, and you need to learn to deal with yourself and like yourself so you won't be dependent on the attention of strangers. And then another thing is how people get upset. People get upset if somebody ignores them. You get upset if somebody ignore you, knowing full well nobody owes you any words. You're pathetic. You need to get yourself together. Hey, look here. You know what? The harsh reality is that we live in this world until we're not in it no more. Everybody has to die. Today could be my last day. Tomorrow could be my last day. Yesterday could have been my last day. I'm still here. Whatever it is that you're not getting on, you got to get on it, because I'm working on getting my blessings right, and I got my own issues. So I'm not even trying to drop too many more videos uh, of this kind of spirit and mentality. You know, the kind of spirit and mentality that I'm speaking out of right now. I don't want to. I'm trying to move on to a year of blessings. But that stuff is annoying, how often you be in public minding your business and somebody else is desperate for attention, so they inconvenience you just to get you to look at them, to talk to them. I'm not pathetic. Not like that. I'm pathetic in other ways, okay? I am. I'm pathetic, but not like that. So I can't resonate, I can't relate, and I can't feel it, and I don't like it. hmm Somebody ignores you, you upset. Never seen a person a day in your life. That's pathetic. Man, look, you get upset because somebody ignored you. You don't know that. You never seen a person a day in your life. Something's wrong with you. Somebody, I just can't get through it. I guess it's been too long since it happened to me. Just like I said, we all need this attention. We all need this social interaction, right? Now I know I have a lower tank than most. I don't need a lot of it. Nah, I can't get it. I can't put it together. It won't make sense to me. It just won't. I can't put it together. Somebody that you don't know, never seen before, ignores you, and you're upset. How could a person that you never, until you laid eyes on a person, until you saw the person, they didn't exist. Like for real, until the person was in your presence, they didn't exist. How could a person who didn't exist until a certain moment of time hold so much weight in your life and in your self-esteem? Your self-esteem is so low, or you can't stand yourself so much that it's some stranger that you never even met before, never even seen before. If they ignore you, you really upset. That is pathetic, my friend. Ooh, that's pathetic. You know what? I got a little bit of noodles and some more chips to eat. And I'm gonna think about this after I turn this video off, because I keep thinking I can't put the thought process together. Cause I be thinking the same thing too when I get frustrated at people. I'm like, this person, I don't even know who the freak this person is. They need to stay about my business. I can't put it together no more. Dang. I pray this don't start happening to me, because you know that's what God do to you. When you don't understand, well, that's what God do to me. When I don't understand something, it end up happening to me for me to understand. It's like I just can't learn it from others. Some things I can learn from other people. Other things, it's like God just put me through it. I don't want to live no life where I go around and somebody ignores me, and then I get frustrated because they're not giving me attention. I can't, nah, heck no. You know what? Oh, I was about to get up. I could just end the video. I was about to get up and leave. All I gotta do is end the video, outro.